Slightly Unblended. Welcome to my channel and welcome back if you've been here before. I'm playing with the new Juvias Place, the Nubian Royal palette today to do this look. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. Hey everybody, today I am doing a purple look because purple's my favorite. Actually, yeah, I'm just using the Nubian Royal from Juvias Place, and I was so excited about this. I love Juvias Place. Their formulas are like immaculate. They blend well. They're very pigmented, and so I had to pick this up. And I got the collection. It came with two lip balms, but I figured at least right now I was going to use the palette. So let's jump into it. To start out, I'm taking my ABH 814 brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and go into this dark purple shade here. And I'm going to apply it into my crease and slightly on this like inner part of the outer corner of my eye. Yeah, I'm just going to pack that shade down. I'm really kind of focusing it on the outer V of my eye, if you will, but like more like a U shape because I don't want to like wing it out. Yeah. I tried to film a reel for Instagram with this eye, and I don't know the first thing about how to do things with my camera and put them on like TikTok and stuff, but I felt like it would be fun to at least try. Also, my brows are absolute trash today. They weren't so great yesterday either, but whatever. I'm doing baby little back and forth windshield wiper motions, and about towards the center of my lid I want to start to take this dark purple up just a tiny bit higher than I have been on the rest of my eye. That way we can still have that when we blend it and cut the crease. Okay, so next up, I'm just going to take this Morphe M507 brush, and I'm going to go into this, such a cute little like, almost magenta, but almost like berry purple, I don't know. But I'm going to take it and I'm going to blend out this shade with it. So there was a question that I got on my Instagram today. I just felt like it was a really cool question. And they were like, what brushes do you use to get everything blended? And so kind of sort of like my response was, you know, like I use smaller brushes. I really just feel like smaller brushes give me more control over how much product is down. I feel like working with the smaller brushes gives me more control and precision and helps to work with my lid space. So I just find them to be easier, and I feel like they help to get the product laid the way I want it to. I'm just more comfortable with smaller brushes. I will use some like bigger, fluffier brushes every once in a while, but I just have the best luck with smaller ones. I feel like when it comes to applying eyeshadow or really any kind of makeup, that once you find brushes that you're more comfortable with, then everything else becomes a little bit easier to do. I still struggle with stuff, but I feel like knowing my brushes are like getting up in there the way I want to just makes it a little bit easier. So now I'm just going to take the same brush. I'm going to go back into that purple shade that we started with, the darker purple, and I'm just going to touch up the deep crease and crease area. I also find it a little bit easier with the smaller brushes to take such a light hand to do this with, like the blending. Because when you're blending, I used to like last year before last. Anyway, they're like let's say it was year before last, when I was really getting into makeup and like doing all kinds of different things. I look back and I see that it was kind of over blended, but then I remember like I catch myself still doing it now because I had to unlearn, but I would have it like this and I would be like really hard with it. So that kind of causes a bit of an overblend and doesn't really have the color be as consistent. So with a light hand more towards the back end of your brush, and you just like do it to where you can barely feel the brush moving. And sometimes I'm still bad about kind of putting a little more pressure whenever I'm doing something, but the lighter hand that you take, the better the product is applied. Next up, I'm taking this ColourPop E1 brush and the light matte shade that is like this really pretty like baby purple. I love it. So I'm just going to blend out the shade that we just used with this very light shade. And I know I'm kind of sitting a little odd today, and I do apologize that if I'm like leaning more towards one side. My back has been bothering me. I don't know what I did, but it has been quite uncomfortable, and I'm gonna apologize again because I keep looking at my camera like in the mirror back here because it looks like it's flashing up like it does when it stops recording. So I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not getting cut off. Hey, Slightly Unblended, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today we're not playing with any falsies, but we're doing a first impression. So if you'd like to see my thoughts on these products, then just keep on watching. And no sooner than I said something about it cutting off, it did. So I know that I have at least 10 minutes to not worry about it cutting off right now, unless my batteries go out. They shouldn't. But, you know, it wouldn't be a Slightly Unblended video without a camera malfunction one way or another, right? I do have to hand it to this camera, though. It's the Canon Rebel T7, and it's really, like, awesome. I don't regret getting it. I had asked some of my friends on my Facebook, back when I got it, I was like, what kind of camera would be a good one for, you know, filming YouTube and taking pictures of my makeup and stuff? And I got a lot of replies saying the Canon EOS Rebel T7. So, yes, I'm very glad that I got this one. And, like, I just love the quality of the pictures. I'm still trying to figure out lighting because I feel like lighting is a lot of my issue because, like, I don't know. It's hard. Anyway, I'm just going to touch up this second shade that we used, the medium purple. I don't know, would you say medium purple? Either way, it was this really cute one. I'm just going to touch it up really quick like, and then I'm going to clean the crease so that we can get it all carved out. Alright, so now I'm just going to take some micellar water on a Q-tip and get the lid cleaned off and ready for the primer. Oh my gosh, y'all, now I feel like a complete fool. I said that my batteries shouldn't go. I just changed them out. Now my battery light is blinking. So let's see if I can't wrap this up before the camera decides to go, because I don't know if my other battery's charged or not. So I'm just going to take this ABH eye primer. I put it on the back of my hand and I use the Morphe M421 brush. And I'm just going to lay that base down. Alright. So I feel like I have it the way that I want it. I feel like she's looking kind of cute. I feel like I need to take it up just a tiny bit more towards the inner corner of my eye though. I always second guess myself whenever I do one eye and then I do the other. It's kind of hard for me sometimes to tell if I've gotten them even. Okay, now I've got it. So I'm just going to start out by taking this shimmer shade right here. It has kind of a nice little like bluish tint to the purple. It's so pretty. It's like a bluish shift, like a bluish tinted shift, I think is what I'm looking for. And I'm going to take that, and then more towards the outer corner of my eye I will be taking this darker shade. I'm pretty sure that this is a glitter Yes. Okay. So this other shade here that I'm not going to use right now, I wasn't sure if I would be able to do... I didn't think it through. I was like, yeah, I can use every shade in this palette. But I'm going to maybe use the glitter maybe for the inner corner highlight. But I may hold off on that and do another video with this palette if you would be interested. I'm kind of interested in getting the other one because I think it's gorgeous. But anyway, I'm going to start out with that almost, I guess it would be the lightest shimmer in the palette. And I'm just going to take my Luxie Small Shader brush and apply it. Oh, it's so pretty. Juvia's Place always, like, everything is like butter. So their shimmers are so buttery and amazing. But also, like, there's just a, like, I don't know, their formula and their mattes is like, oh, I love it. Have you tried anything from Juvia's Place? Like, what's your favorite palette if you've tried them? Or, like, if you've only had one? Like, if you have any Juvia's Place palettes, let me know. So, my first Juvia's Place palette was the Saharan palette. And then I got the Zulu palette. And it, honestly, it's still one of my favorites. But the Walhalla palette, I was just like, so much yes. I would love to get the Walhalla too, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to right now. Hopefully I'll be able to. So now I'm going to go into this shade and just kind of apply it to the remaining primer. Kind of blend it with that other shade, but I'm going to apply a little bit more of it just to get them nice and blended together. Alright, so I'm just going to take a little tiny bit of this first shade of purple that we use. I'm going to take the Morphe M507 brush and I'm just going to apply it to the, oh, this is my ABH brush. We're going to make it work anyway. So I'm just going to take it and apply it to the, wait, no, I was wrong. This wasn't my ABH one. I am tripping. Okay, either way, whatever brush that you have that works for you, it'll work. So I'm just going to blend that onto that shimmer there just to get it nice and more gradient and a nice almost ombre effect. It's such a gorgeous day outside. Like, it feels like fall. It doesn't feel like winter, but I know pretty soon it's going to start getting really cold here. So I'm going to go outside here in a little bit after I'm finished with this look and try to go take some really cute golden hour pictures. Because since the time change and everything, it's like, okay, I think I've gotten, like, the good sunlight situation figured out. So, it's been a long time since I've gotten to take any cute, like, golden hour pictures. And so, that's what I'm going to do. So, now I'm going to take my ColourPop E10 brush and a little bit more of that purple just to get right up in there in that crease and have them be hugging. Just get it nice and gradient. Okay, so now I'm just going to take that Morphe M507 brush again with a little bit of that pretty purple right here, the little lighter one. And I'm just going to touch that up, kind of blend out the darker purple shade on the outer corner of my eye, just so that we don't have any harshness going on. And one more time, I'm going to take the ColourPop E1 brush and that very light purple shade from the palette and just kind of buff these shades out. Just little baby blends. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my face and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is the finished look. What do you think? I like it personally. I love purple. But I feel like that's something that I say all the time. It's like, purple's my favorite. So my thoughts on the palette is that it's amazing, as I feel about just about every Juvia's Place palette. So yeah, let me know what you'd like to see next down below. Don't forget to use the hashtag slightlyunblended for your chance to be featured in an upcoming video. Also, I will have my TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everything else down below. I'd love to know what you'd like to see next. I have really been enjoying the requests that I've been getting, so I would just love to know what you'd like to see and see how I can represent it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that I'll see you in the next one. Bye.